For Manchester City, they're not for Kevin De Bruyne, who we saw just a moment ago. Phil Foden had an impact, and it was a big night for Manchester City. They had some indifferent form going into this, despite that Derby Day win at the weekend. But they needed a win today, didn't they? Because when you look at how they went out of the competition last season, they won it the season before, they just had to do well. And, I mean, they were helped by the fact that Napoli went down to 10 men, but in the end, it was a professional performance. Yeah,
they look good, they look strong. Some incredible changes. I think Sam touched on it in commentary about the strength in depth. They've took care of business in a really busy week. If you're a Manchester City team that wants to be challenging on all fronts, you need to be capable, you need to be taking care of business like they have in the last two games, and they can look forward now.
Yeah, definitely. I think positive week, obviously, results-wise, but performances, they were very in control in both games, especially tonight. Yes, it helps. Napoli went down to 10 men, but they were still in control before that, and it looked like they could go on if they kept on probing. Opportunities were going to come, and they did.
Well, look, all the headlines before the game were about Kevin De Bruyne, wasn't it? His homecoming, 10 years at City, and then coming back to face his former club in his first match in the Champions League. It didn't kind of go his way, because at the end of the day, the headlines have all been stolen now by Erling Haaland, and rightly so. He is the fastest player to reach 50 goals ever.
I'm really excited to see what he can achieve this season.
Yeah, and as Joe rightly said, brilliant from Foden to set him up like that.
Yeah, great. And Phil touched on it in his interview, saying he's recognised he can get into pockets, create moments that probably only he can throughout that team, and just recognising the runs that Erling Haaland's making and become telepathic, because I think him and Kevin De Bruyne had that at moment, so it's now creating that relationship between the two.
Yeah, I mean, for Haaland's form right now, he's on 12 goals so far this season, 6 for his club, 6 for his country. I mean, he is absolutely on a roll, and he's so dangerous. If you are an opposing side and you're looking at your fixtures in this Champions League and you're facing Erling Haaland, wow, tearing up defences everywhere.
Yeah, he's just on it. He just knows you can't sleep, Joel. As a defender, knowing a player like that, it must be. You can have a near perfect game, but as soon as you slip, even that, just looking at him on the run there, that scooped pass and to head it over the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's remarkable. Like you're saying, Joe, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the quality that they have, and recognising that he may not be the one that's having a great game, but if he's given a moment in front of goal, he has a level of composure and confidence that just executes every chance he seems to be getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's take a look at 2-0. Jeremy Doku, what a week he's had, by the way. A couple of assists in the Manchester derby, a goal tonight. He scored a couple of goals for Belgium, actually, in the international break. He's on fire.
Establish himself. There's no doubt he's good enough, but he needs more consistent performances. But he started the season excellent. Like we say, to do it against Manchester United and here against a tough Napoli team, he'll be only looking up, only looking forward now, and wants to be a player that City can rely on.
And with Marmoush out, do you think he can make that left flank his own?
Definitely. I think if he's playing well, I think it is his own. I don't think anyone has the capabilities to do what he does, 1v1 especially. But it's just finding that consistency, as Joe said. I think once he gets in a rhythm, and players are different. Players, once you know you're going to start, that may offer a level of calmness to his game, knowing he's going to be selected. And the fact that he's been brought on off tonight, I think Pep knows how important he is to the left side.
And how important are those wide players? Because when you look at the players that City have at their disposal, are any of them world beaters? We've got Erling Haaland up front, and we know he will do the job. We've got a decent midfield. We know they're going to do the job. You've got Donnarumma now, who you know is the best in the world. On those flanks, though, I mean, we're looking at Doku, and that's someone they can rely on now. What about the rest of the wide players?
Yeah, listen, they have world-class talent, and whether it's world-class consistency, that's a different question. Like Doku on his day can go past anyone, and he's not going to be anyone someone wants to face. But it's just finding the consistency and doing it over 10, 15, 20 games and knowing. And that's a skill in itself. We can all look at one game in isolation, one moment in isolation, but to know players like Mohamed Salah, Vinicius Junior do it for seasons and 20 games and 30 games, I think it goes underestimated.
We saw Phil Foden have one of his best seasons a couple of seasons ago, and then the last one he dropped off. Do you think it was part of the bigger picture of, Manchester City just having so much internal trouble and not really being able to reach their levels? And do you feel that now that a bit of that commotion, a bit of that sort of dark period has gone and they've started afresh, even though they've had indifferent form at the start of the season, do you feel that they're kind of on the right track now to just kind of be able to hit former levels?
I think so. If you've seen a fit Haaland, you've seen a fit Foden. There was an air of mystery around his form last season, and rightfully or wrongfully so, we weren't quite sure what was going on with him. But he seems to, like I said it about Doku, like Phil Foden wants to star for this club. You saw how he celebrated in the Manchester derby. This is his club. Loved hearing him interview after the game. Love how he spoke. He's a real senior player now. So if he's fit and firing and that core is ready, it allows people like Jeremy Doku to have 2 or 3 good games and then maybe have an off game, because the spine of the team's so strong, and when you've got a good spine, that's a championship thing.
Yeah. OK, well, let's take a look at Napoli then and get some reaction from them, because Napoli had never beaten an English side away in Europe in their history, actually. But Antonio Conte did have a good record against Pep Guardiola. Having lost today, though, it's now 4 wins for Conte, 4 wins for Pep. Let's hear it from the Italian who's speaking to Olivia.
Antonio, a tough place to come, made even harder when you go down to 10 men after 20 minutes. What did you make of that performance as a whole?
Yeah, I think that already it's difficult to play against Manchester City 11 against 11. After 20 minutes, was impossible. I think that also with 10 men and defensively we were really good. In the 2 goals, I think that we can do much better. But I don't have anything to tell to my players, because the commitment, the attitude was good. Was good, and I think that if we continue 11-11, we could see another game, in my opinion. But we are talking about Manchester City, a fantastic team. Now we have to recover and to prepare to play the next game. But I come back to Italy with the mentality of the team, because the team, I like the way to suffer together. And then if we are a bit accurate, I think that we cannot concede 2 goals.
Did you have any complaints about the red card to Di Lorenzo?
Yeah, but honestly, I didn't see again the situation. For sure, when you a red card after 20 minutes in one side, on the other side, it means that you are addressing the game in one way. I think that the game was ruined about this red card, but I don't know if is right. I don't know, but the decision, the referee got this decision, and we have to accept.
Was it purely a tactical decision, taking off Kevin De Bruyne when you went down to 10 men?
Yeah, but it was the only substitution that I could do, honestly. And I was really sorry for him, because it's the game against his whole team. But I think Kevin understood very well, and I think I had only this decision, this option. Yeah, but it's okay. I think that now we need to think the next game in the league, and then I repeat. I think that we can do well in Champions League.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Antonio Conte, disappointed there naturally. He did acknowledge, of course, that he had to take off Kevin De Bruyne. It wasn't his night, it wasn't the homecoming that he hoped for, but the reception that he got from the City fans, and especially when he was taken off, of course, the game wasn't won then, but on the 85th minute, they gave him a rousing response, and at the end as well. It just shows how much he meant to them as a player, but the stature and the calibre that he had as a player as well.
Yeah, there's no secret of that, especially in world football, but at Manchester City, Kevin would have expected nothing less, and the fans would have expected nothing less. He's an absolute living legend of the club, will go down in the history books. He's a phenomenal player. He served the club so well. Disappointing night, but like I said, those sorts of things don't define you and your legacy.
Yeah, I agree. Special player, special person to Manchester, the Premier League, highly regarded and rightly so. So disappointing that he had to go off, but yeah, the manager made an educated decision based on what personnel. So disappointing, but great reception.
Yeah, the legend lives on, doesn't he?
Of course.
The living legend. We're going to get more reaction still to come, really, from this game, man.